welcome to the Nobodies for Life Unfiltered. I got hit with a pretty big curveball.
Trending rapid fire responses.
I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are the Nobodies.
757.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us today. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. We'd really appreciate it. Or you can take us on the go through podcast platforms like on Apple or Spotify. Or check out our tidbits on Facebook, Insta, X, TikTok. And I know it's been a while since we've been on the show. And my hair's totally different. I'm brown and short. And I think it'd be easier. Jackie, what's going on with me?
So, Kashmir, what is the curveball? I know what the curveball is, but if you'd like to tell everyone what curveball was thrown your way.
I don't know why it's so hard to say.
You want me to say it?
I have cancer.
It is hard to say. No one likes that word. It's like an ugly word. It's a scary word.
It is. And I didn't know how to say it because normally I talk to people and stuff, but you don't want to just cold text people and be like, "Hey, I have cancer," or if you post it on social media, you have to do a whole written thing of what it is and how they found it. So I just figured we should get back on our show and do it.
Yeah.
And that's why we haven't been on the air, is because
we found out, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been sick.
And it's one thing, I wanted to get this from you because you've known people that have had cancer and you've seen miraculous things, but how does it feel being the one in the driver's seat?
I almost feel like it's worse when you think of other people than yourself. But it's I'm still in shock to think, oh my gosh, I have cancer.
I agree. I feel in shock. I think our whole family feels in shock because that never crossed my mind.
So I guess I should start with kind of how we discovered it or what happened. So last fall, I had which side? Is it this side? No, this side. I'm which?
It was your left side.
Yeah, my left side. Which I guess if you can see, my neck is pretty bulgy now.
It's swollen.
Yeah, swollen. But it started last summer where I had a lymph node on my collarbone and kind of on my neck. And it was small, and we were just
I just thought you had swollen lymph nodes from being pulled down. And
Yeah.
you were tired a lot.
I was, which was something even last year. I remember when I was going to work, I had a really hard time getting up in the morning and actually being on time. But I had the swollen lymph node and it was small. So I was just I don't go to the doctor. It has to be something really serious for me to go. And then in the new year, that's when you got sick. And then before, we kind of spread the cooties all
Yeah.
around. But before you got sick, I think a week before, it started getting by my ear.
And it
was big.
was big. I didn't like it.
And then I think a few weeks after that, I went to get a cortisone shot because I had these funky skin things on my leg. And then that's when I got really worse. And then it spread all the way down here. So I just thought, I just need some antibiotics.
And we were just trying to joke, we were calling her No Neck, the guy from
90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé. That's so mean of us. But we were just trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
But then it's not a light thing.
Yeah, so I was feeling super tired and just I wasn't feeling good. So I went to patient first, and then they did a COVID test on me. So I had COVID. They said, "You have COVID." I was like, "Oh, okay." But they said, "No, that's not we're not worried about you having COVID." And then the lady's like, "You got to go to the ER today."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And mind you, currently I don't have insurance at that time. I'm working that out now, but I was just the ER, that sounds serious.
Scary, yeah.
And expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
cha-ching, cha-ching is probably the first thing because you didn't know the diagnosis.
No, and I'm like, "Can't you just give me some antibiotics to fix this?" And she was just like, "I don't know what it is, but you got to go." And she was freaked out.
Yeah, that would scare me.
So I was freaked out. And then I was with my mom, and then we came home and we prayed, should I go to the ER? Because you don't I don't know. I just don't trust doctors all the time. I have a weird sense with doctors, but I did go to the ER with my mom. We went to a smaller one because I knew I wasn't having a stroke or anything. So I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to get in and get out. I seen the doctor And then they were all freaking out because, like, my heart rate was up, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like, everything's up." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you guys scared me to go to the ER. What do you think's gonna happen?" And then, like, they did an EKG, and my heart was fine. And I'm like, "Duh, because you guys are scaring the crap out of me." And then
They took blood tests?
yeah, they did a blood test, and then the first doctor came in, the ER doctor, she came in and was like, "Oh, you don't have lymphoma, your blood is all fine." So I was like, "Oh, okay, so they're just gonna do a CT scan to see what's going on," and then she left. I went to the CT scan, came back, that was easy, and then this other doctor came in,
Mhm.
and he was like he was freaked out. That's all I gotta say. He's like, you got them swollen in your neck, it's in your armpits, it's in your chest,
Oh, wow.
these swollen lymph nodes. He's like, I don't know, like this could be leukemia. This could be something metastasized from your breasts or your lungs,
Oh
or it could
my
be lymphoma.
god.
And I was like, just sitting there, like,
Are they
oh.
supposed to say that, doctors? That's, like, freaky.
He was freaked out. I think that's what scared me the most, is because I feel like if he
Maybe he didn't wanna take it lightly.
maybe that's why. Like, because then after he's like, "We're gonna get you a specialist," and then they just left me there for like an hour. And I even called him like, "Can I go home now?" And I guess they never had a case like me because they had to find what specialist to like refer me to,
Oh,
like
wow.
who to call. And so after that, I went home, and then I remember like I was texting my brother and then talking with you guys. And then at like 12:30, I went on like my chart, and then that's when I actually read the CAT scan report, which I do have it right here. This is what really made me be like, "Oh my gosh." It was
Scary.
maybe I don't have it, but basically it just said that extreme lymphatomy or something like that, metastasized cancer, leukemia or lymphoma should highly be considered. And I was like, "Oh shoot, this isn't
Is that
just."
really a symptom, though, of, swollen lymph nodes of leukemia?
I don't know. I know leukemia is a blood cancer. When I went like a couple days later, I went to the oncologist, and he ruled that out right away because he's like, "No, you'd be a lot sicker if
Yeah.
this was leukemia." Because I didn't the only like main symptom I had was like I was really tired. I would get sweats at night sometimes.
Body
Yeah,
aches.
body aches. And I thought some of it was COVID related, but once I got over COVID, like I'm still super super tired like all the time. Like I that's why we haven't done a show, because I haven't been able to do like anything. And so yeah, we went to the oncologist. He was super nice. Dr. Z.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
And then she had to get a biopsy, a biopsy,
Yeah, biopsy.
a biopsy.
First they wanted to do a needle biopsy, and they did it in my neck. And I will say that was scary.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
And they don't give you any like sedatives for that.
No, they
Like
should give you, like, Xanax to calm you down.
because it's scary. Like they numb the area, which it wasn't as bad because I remember I've had an abscess like on my armpit where they had to numb it, and that was horrible. And they sliced it. That was
Oh,
a
I
bad
didn't like that
experience.
one
Yeah.
either.
But this was just scary because it's like a super long needle, and they're sticking it in your neck, and then you hear like a clicking sound.
Mm-mm.
And then because it was, I guess, by nerves, they were like saying, like, you could still feel pain, which I had like sharp pains in my ear every time they
Yeah,
clicked it.
thank you.
And they did it
No,
like
thank you.
6 times. Like, I'm thankful I had someone drive me because they didn't tell me to, but I was like, it
No, you
swelled
were
up.
not good.
No, it swelled up huge. And then they wanted me, after to do the biopsy, I had to do a full body CAT scan because they wanted to see if I had like metastasized cancer.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
so thankfully that came back with just the same as the first CAT scan. When they did everything, they didn't see anything anywhere else besides in my chest, the lymph nodes in my chest and my armpit and in my neck. So that ruled out lung cancer, ruled out breast cancer.
Yeah, so we were just believing the best,
Yeah.
believing that she didn't have cancer.
Which I actually want to say that helped, because I think if we kept thinking it was cancer and having to wait, I mean, they got me in really quick, but still having to wait a few weeks, like that would have just been scary for me to like do the what ifs
Yeah,
instead of waiting to hear the
crossing the
diagnosis.
bridge when you get there.
And then in that test, the first test that came back on my chart, they said, I guess they checked the flow, or it's called a flow test, and they said no lymphoma. And I do want to backtrack too. When I did the oncologist the first time, they like did every single blood test you can imagine for autoimmune and all of that, and it came back clean. There was nothing really alarming about my blood. So that's where I was like, okay, I don't know what this is because I would
Mhm.
have been like, oh, I hope maybe it's like an autoimmune disease that causes this, or,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. And then the biopsy, though, they just said they didn't get enough sample sizes. But then, you know what freaked me the heck out? Is I don't know how this happened, but I get these people calling me saying I needed a bone marrow
Yeah,
biopsy.
that freaked me out. I was
Yeah,
like, "Why would you? That doesn't even make sense."
because my doctor never mentioned that. And
Mm-mm.
then, like, they put it on the schedule the first time and I canceled it. And then they called and they're like, oh no, we got to get you in for this. And I was like, why do I need a bone marrow biopsy? Like,
That's just
and
crazy.
then so that was gotten me all scared, like looking up at the procedure and all of that. And then I went back to the oncologist and he was like, the needle biopsy, it didn't get enough samples. And he was like, I don't know where the bone marrow biopsy came from because I didn't order that. You don't need that. He's like, but we're going to have to send you to a surgeon.
To get a lymph node out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to go see a surgeon and he was really nice because he's like, I could go in your neck, but that would leave a scar. And I'm like, well, I have a podcast. I can't have like a scarred neck. So I guess because my armpit has like inflamed lymph nodes, he's like, that's where he'll go. And I will say, I should have really thought about that because I'm still like recovering from that surgery. It is
I
like,
know. And like
oh,
my dad said, he's all, "That's where all the connective tissue is." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
yeah.
And all the nerves in there.
They got a lymph node out, and then 2 or 3 days later, I get a phone call from my doctor, and he's like, "You have Hodgkin's lymphoma."
So there's the curveball.
Yeah.
And we were all in shock. I think I'm still in shock. See, we didn't tell Kashmir, but the surgeon came to us and told us he was positive you had
Hodgkin
Hodgkin's lymphoma.
yeah.
But we didn't tell Kashmir that because there's no way to know until they do the testing from the lab.
Because even my oncologist before, I'm like, "So, is there a chance this couldn't be lymphoma?" And he
Yeah.
was like, I've seen one guy, it was just inflammation, and I had to just keep watching him."
Yeah.
But I was really grateful that the doctor called me, and I didn't have to, like, read the report
No,
because
that was nice.
yeah, I will say I really appreciate my oncologist for that. So he called, and then I had an appointment with him last Friday. That's why we were waiting because I wanted to get a fuller report. I still need to get echocardiogram, which they asked for that in the beginning, but I didn't want to do it because I was like, I'm not going to do something just to check and see. Because it's like, if you need chemo, they have to do an echo. But I was like,
Yeah. And it's really expensive.
yeah. He then had me do a PET scan, which the results haven't come back for that. But basically, I have stage 2B because it's in multiple areas above my diaphragm. The PET scan, he said there's a slim possibility it could be stage 3, but the treatment would still be kind of the same. It just would be longer. So I have to go through 4 rounds of chemo, which is 4 months. And then I have to do radiation after that. And I'm probably gonna lose my hair. I really don't wanna lose my hair, though. I
I
know
know.
someone who's had lymphoma, and her hair
We'll get you cute hats or a
wigs.
wig.
Yeah, so if you see me with super long hair on the show, just know I'm not one of these proud people who could just shave their hair and show everyone.
I know I'm
I
not.
can't, I
I
don't know.
have two. I think you'll be cute, but I have two. I have a big head and a big face.
And then the week after I had the biopsy, then they did a surgery the week after to do my port, which
Yeah.
I was like, "Why do I have to have a port?" And then the doctor was like, "Well, because chemo will kill your veins."
Yeah, that's scary. So they have to give you the chemo through the port.
But like, cause ever since I hurt my shoulder, like I only sleep on my right side, and they're like, "We have to put the port on your right side because you might have to have radiation," which I do have to have.
Which I'm hoping that maybe in the end your shoulder won't hurt. Maybe the lymph nodes are pressing on that side.
I kind of wonder that too because it was really more my rib area towards the end.
Yeah.
They said with from what I've read with chemo, like the cycles it kind of gets worse, but they said the good news is I will feel better. Like I will start getting
They
symptomatically
did
better.
say drastic, like the first treatment, they said the lymph nodes will go down.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll have more energy because I am going to California. We're going to
Yes.
California.
And for all of you out there, we really are a two-man show. So Cashmere edits and I help facilitate. I do edit too, but she's the main editor. So if she's out, we're waiting on her because I don't have the full skill set.
Yeah, it's okay. She's been doing all the reels and reposting reels, so we at least had content,
Yeah.
but
But
I
her
mean,
health is more important than anything.
I am grateful that actually my family was the one like through the diagnostic process. They just seen how sick I was and they were like, "You need to like stop. Like don't keep pushing yourself."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have cancer and I have to get treatment and I think the hardest part is like when you feel like God was showing you that you wouldn't have cancer, like we were
Yeah.
really believing that. And then when they say you do, it's like, are you going to abandon your faith?
Are you gonna trust him?
I think the biggest thing I had was why did this happen to me? Even like my grandma on my dad's side who doesn't believe, she's like, is God like trying to test you? Is he putting this on you? And in my mind, I'm like, I don't feel that God's testing me
That's what
or
I told her. I said, "No." I
Mhm.
said, "I that would be like being Job's friends, being really bad and saying, you brought this upon yourself when you his ways are higher than our ways and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts." But I
So,
liked what you told your grandma.
yeah, if God brings you to it, he'll bring you through it. And I've been trying to remain positive because it's like you can only like there's only two ways you can go about this is either go in the dumps or be positive. I mean, of course I've cried. Like I've had
Yeah.
like when the doctor told me I was like shaking and like super and then I had to go down and tell everyone I have
No,
lymphoma.
I cried too. It's hard. But then you wanna be strong for the person that has it. But I
Mhm.
feel like we did the, new year, new you,
Power
power
pause.
positive thinking. So, is that helping at all?
I think so. I can do all things through Christ who
New
gives me
strength?
strength.
Yeah.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. And I'm trying not to think too far ahead because if I do, I get scared,
Yeah.
like about chemo and treatment and side effects. Even one thing too, the doctor mentioned could happen. He says it's very low, like 10 to 15% was like fertility issues in the
Mm.
future, which I don't have kids. But then, like, I'm like, what? Am I gonna like freeze my eggs and then that not work when I'm
There's no
older?
certainty of it.
Yeah. So I kind of just put that in God's hands. If I'm supposed to have kids, then I will. It also puts a lot of future things on hold because, like, I came into this year thinking about our show and our podcast and keeping it growing, and it's like, well, that's not gonna happen at well, I mean, but yeah, like, not as high.
No, we were gung ho.
Yeah, we are doing once a week on our show, so
Yeah.
and then it's like, too, like, I'm not gonna be dating anybody right now because what are you gonna be like, "Hey, I'm going through chemo right now.
Yeah.
Well, you wanna go out?"
Yeah, I don't think and I think if someone wanted to date you right now, they are twisted.
Yeah. I just still have to get over it because they said like why this can happen. It's one of the rare like lymphomas and a very rare cancer. But I guess I should be the positive. They said it's highly like easy to treat. Like they have a really strong treatment method.
Like,
So
I came away I thought he said 98% of the people come away and they never get it back again.
I don't remember it being that high, but I'm just gonna go with you.
I'm just taking the high number. Yeah, but it is scary, but I've been through this. We have an aunt that had cancer,
hmm
and she's cancer free now for 3 years, and she had it in 3 different spots
In her
in
colon,
her colon, and she was healed, and they wanted to even give her a bag, and that never
a
happened.
colostomy bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
colostomy bag, and even we witnessed one of the doctors saying, "It's gone. It's gone." So and we've seen miracles. We know we've heard of miracles. We've seen them and I believe for Kashmir too, and I believe that, like what she told her grandma, what God brings you to, He's gonna bring you through.
Amen. And I don't know why this happened, but I'm just gonna trust God through it and believe, and, I'm gonna become a better person because of it. I mean, what else are you
Well,
gonna
and so
do?
is our family because we're gonna be supportive and we're gonna be strong and we're gonna be there for you and we're gonna help you.
Thank you, and that was the biggest thing has been asking for help. I mean, I've been needed ever since the surgeries too, I've needed help. I can't pick up my doggy, I need help, like, getting my pillows situated, and yeah, it's been humbling to ask for help, but I need help. And I'm grateful that I have them here. And, this is a great time. I mean, not a great time, but like I am self employed. So I don't have like my job that I have to worry about and going to work. I knew if I was still working, I probably would have been even more stressed out.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine it.
And I don't have kids. I'm not married, so I can just focus on me, healing, getting closer to God and getting through this patch or this new curveball thrown at me, and I'm just gonna keep going, and that's what's gonna
And come out
happen.
on the other side your beautiful, cheery self.
Yes. And the reason why I cut my hair is because if it comes out, I would prefer not as much. And I went dark because this is actually my natural hair. You can't color your hair for a while after chemo, so I figured let's be dark and
It
let it.
looks nice. I like it.
Thank you. I'm getting used to it. It's so weird because I've been blonde so long. So every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh.
It looks good. I like it.
So yeah, we're gonna try and do some smaller segments in the few weeks, or I mean, just depending how I'm feeling after treatment. And we do want to keep you all informed. We're so thankful for you for your continued prayers and support. And I just thought it'd be easier just to tell what happened. And then of course, Jackie, she'll chop up some reels so you can get little tidbits of this. But we thank you. We appreciate you.
No, thank you.
If you're going through a hard time too, like with cancer or something, please let us know. You can send us an email, you can text us, and we will pray for you.
Yes.
Yeah, so when we come back, we're going to do a trending rapid fire because we missed so much breaking news while we
Big
were
time.
while we were
Gosh, it was
gone.
like everything went down.
I know. We couldn't talk about it, so we're going to get some thoughts when we come back.
When it rolls, I'll be the catch you. When it falls, you be my only, and I'll be your all. And when it breaks and falls apart, I'll be the pieces of your broken heart.
Hey everyone, Jackie Self here. Go and listen to my EP Looks Like Love wherever you stream music. And I can't wait to share the songs from my heart with you.
Welcome back, everyone, and we're here to talk about all the trending things
Yes.
that happened when we were gone.
So many things happened. Like Iran. Wow, I was like, woohoo.
We're at war, baby.
We're at war, wow. And then he just told them on Truth Social that they better bleep and open that straight.
Which we're recording Monday, and he gave them till Tuesday, so probably by the time this is out, the crap might have hit the fan.
And then Pam Bondi was fired. Fired.
Let go.
You're fired. But what do you think about that?
So with Pam Bondi, I am like, she needed to go. I think she really messed up with Epstein because Liz Wheeler talked about how she gave them the binders and
Yep.
she's like top secret stuff, and she kept going on Fox
Talking about the list.
the list is on my desk. It's on my desk. And she just if they didn't want to release this stuff, they could have really handled it better.
I think she could have communicated better. I want to say, I think she's I must have heard this too. She's like JV and she wasn't ready for varsity
Yeah.
because she couldn't communicate effectively. And especially in draining the swamp. That's
Mhm.
what we want. We want to see the swamp drain. Now, I don't particularly want to be going after people that don't deserve it, but why wouldn't she be investigating Fauci,
Yeah.
who did gain a function and he
Got hella money.
yeah, he's rich off this now and got pardoned by the autopin,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And the auto pin itself. What about who was running the government?
See, I don't understand because from even listening to Glenn Beck, there's a list of things, like even George Soros, she could be
Mhm.
going after him, Comey, and
Russiagate.
yes, and including with the press. And in my head, I'm just like, why didn't she do it?
Or the Somalian fraud.
Yes, it's weird. And why is JD Vance doing the fraud?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's just not as
Equipped.
equipped
Or she's overwhelmed.
and she wasn't ready for this position. This is my thoughts on it. This is just what I always think. I just think our side's not as evil.
Oh.
We're not as evil to just go after people and get them and make up stuff about them and make
what they did to Trump.
yeah, I just don't think we don't have it in us. I can't see one of our side doing what they did to Trump.
I know that it's a hard thing to balance, but I do feel like there are things that we do need held accountable, and I hope the next person up for the job
Because that's justice.
gets it done.
Don't
yeah.
you want justice? That's what
Mhm.
I want. I want to see justice. And the Epstein case, I think that's what really brought Pam Bondi down.
See, we're MAGA.
Yeah.
That is us. But there are people who aren't MAGA, and that's one of the things they voted for Trump for
Mhm.
accountability, for draining the swamp. So I could see why that change was needed. And if you watched us, we did call it when we were talking about the midterms.
Yeah.
that should happen. I
And I
did.
guess when I see Trump, I see someone who's went through hell and back because of them abusing the political system. That is not just.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame him. That's why I think he needs a new AG, but I don't even know if that then the new one is going to do the job because I just don't think I don't think our side is that cutthroat.
I don't either, but we shall see. I'm sure the person though won't pull the gaffes that Pam Bondi did. Like,
No.
and she just seemed like she wanted fame, like
Yeah, a lot of
Fox
people said that.
Fox News star. And speaking of another star, we got Kristi Noem.
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh! I mean,
Man, her husband, I feel so bad for her family though, because I went and looked up her family and it looks so like poly purebred little loving family. And
mhm.
if your dad was out there in little biker shorts and balloon boobies, and I kept looking at the nipples, like those are like tied off little balloons. And then he's paying for women to get bigger bajungas or whatever you call them. I'm like, wow, I would be humiliated. So I'm thinking her affair, I'm like, I say, girl, you need to leave him.
Well, so here's the theory. It's not confirmed, but some people speculated she released this to make her not look so bad.
Well, it
because-
worked. I
Yeah.
felt so bad for her.
Because before I was so on her, I was like, oh my gosh, she spent $220 million.
Which that was wrong.
Yeah, on ads. Like that could have been on a movie.
See, I see that's where our side's different though. We don't like that stuff.
Mm-mm.
We that's where we won't stick together. No, I'm
No.
glad she got let
Booted.
go. Yeah. But I do feel bad for her now.
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm like,
imagine he probably wanted her to get those
oh.
big size jugs.
And I don't believe she didn't know. Like, how do you not know?
No, you
Like-
gotta know that.
I think,
I could imagine a long, long time ago, maybe she didn't know.
but I
No,
don't
no.
know. And then her in that position, like he could have been like susceptible to bribes to keep him quiet. Like
Yep.
I'm sorry, you know.
No, that's scary.
They-
You don't want to be in a position in the government where you can be bribed to tell secrets.
Exactly. And speaking of government, what
Yes,
about
thank you.
Abigail Spanberger?
I can't believe it, but they said they put $9 million, well, the illegals, but so they want to gerrymander us. That's the new
Yeah.
thing right now.
Vote April 21st.
April 21st, and they've got Obama even outright lying. But basically, what's going to happen is 10-1. So Democrats will have 10, Republicans will have 1. We'll lose our say
Yeah.
in Congress. But okay, yeah, the illegal immigrants, it's really
Fairfax County.
It's really sad, but I think there's 3
Mhm.
so far that have
killed
Mhm.
or molested, and I think another was either killed or attempted murder.
It's really bad.
And they won't give him to ICE.
And they confronted her, and she just said, well, ICE needs to do their job, but you won't let the police interact with ICE. She stopped that. She's all, I stopped what my predecessor was doing, and the police need to have more time to do their jobs. Well, they need help too.
Because the first guy who killed the woman, the police warned the
bus
DA.
station.
The police said he's been like 30 times in jail, in and out, and they will warn the prosecutor he's going to do something really bad.
That's so bad.
And then they keep saying about these federal warrants. ICE doesn't need a federal judge to do it because they're part of the federal government. So it is just horrible. And I called it. I
no,
said it.
she called
These
it.
people.
I knew it was going to happen. I don't know. Virginia if Virginia turns into California, it's going to be so sad. But she is a BFL. Everybody
Mhm.
needs to know that. I don't know why Virginia wants to go so liberal. It's just crazy to me.
I think it's anti-Trump, and then they're trying to say it's Texas too. Oh, we're just combating Texas. This is not combating Texas.
no,
Texas
this is
a-
our right to vote in this state.
Yeah.
We need to have a vote in our Congress. This has nothing to do with other states.
I will want to circle back to the Iran war. I want to say I'm so happy for all my Persian and Farsi friends from Iran that, you know, they had to flee the country, and I know they're so happy with what's going on. And we do just want to keep prayer for our soldiers.
Yes. And I am grateful for the 2 Black Hawk, the pilots that went down. We went and rescued one on Easter Day.
Yeah. So,
We pray for him because he's in critical condition.
and overall, I mean, whether you support the war or not, we just want our country safe, and we want the best outcome. And
Yes.
I don't want to, I can go both
No,
ways.
we could go into a lot of things because there's probably not going to be a regime change unless,
Yeah.
that's up to them and their society. but at least, our future generations are going to be safe from nukes.
Yeah, and we stood our ground with them.
And Israel will be safe.
Mhm.
And I am a supporter of Israel, and I don't feel bad about it.
Okay, pop culture. Blake Lively went down, baby.
I'm so glad.
Me too, that bully.
I can't stand her or her husband. I do think he's in on it. And I think it's probably the truth. She liked him, Justin Baldoni, and her husband didn't like it.
And I'm just so glad that he finally got his justice because
she can't say that he sexually harassed her. That's what got thrown out.
And that's huge. And
she basically, someone up and coming, she tried to ruin his life, steal his film, take it from him, gaslight the American people into believing that he was evil, that he was sexually harassing her.
Yeah.
And so she could take his film.
And be the victim. And I'm sorry, that really puts women back because it makes you not want to believe true victims of sexual harassment or kind of like play it down like, oh, that's not a big deal what men are doing to women. And it's horrible what she did. And
it was wrong.
And I don't think she has the public opinion. And I'm glad.
I won't go watch her films. I never cared about her that much anyways. I did like her husband, Ryan Reynolds. I liked him a long time, but I'm not,
I don't know.
I'm not a fan anymore.
I think he was bad, and Taylor's like totally disassociated. I wonder if they're going to read the text in the court, though.
Oh, God.
But
it's bad, though. She was out to get him from the start. So I think the only thing that held up in the court case, it was retaliation. And I don't think he retaliated against her. Do you think she's going to be able to prove that?
No, because she was the one. People didn't like her because she was mean to a pregnant reporter. She was just a bitch.
Yeah, she put him down in the basement, his team.
Yeah, during the premiere of his movie.
Yeah.
Which actually, I did like the movie. Me and the Scoop watched it.
I didn't watch it.
But she is just a bitch. Sorry.
She's a bad girl.
Yeah, bad. And then, like, trying to pretend. Yeah, I just can't.
I just don't like it when people use their power and their influence to destroy other people.
And that's what she did. She was the bully. And people like...
And I'm sorry, he's pretty cute. And I could see her wanting him. Yeah, he's a different look than
Ryan Reynolds. And she allegedly had an affair when he was with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
So, what goes
I've heard a
around-
lot of things. I heard that Ryan even competes with Scarlett because she's like the bigger star.
She is, I think.
I don't know.
And then we got Mr. Woods, the Tiger Woods fiasco.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I don't want to laugh at anybody, but like Cashmer's all, he's a drug addict. Let's just call him what he is. And I'm like, God.
You're so nice. You're like, he's in pain.
Yeah, well, he's in pain. He almost had his leg amputated. But I wouldn't want him driving my kids around. And if I was Don Jr., I would be like to my ex-wife, please, you cannot date him.
Yeah, because Vanessa Trump was dating him. But you cracked me up last night. It's like,
I was trying to have compassion for him.
Because you were like, what if he just takes the medicine that's prescribed? And I'm like, Jackie, I was taking 2 Narcos when he had, and I wasn't all sitting in the back like all praying.
Was he really praying? He had like a little sheet over his head. Oh,
yeah,
God.
he was whacked, and I don't flip cars. Even if you're not supposed to drive on that stuff, but I wouldn't be that disoriented.
I feel so bad, but they were saying on X that the Chinese side in him can't drive. But yeah, he's pretty messed up. He needs help.
And he got sent to Sweden. Like I'm saying, if me and you...
Yeah, he got sent to Sweden so he could get better drugs and get him easier.
Yeah. Like if it was me and you and we flipped a car the 4th time or had
we'd be busted. I wouldn't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
And people around us, they have those little breathalyzers in their car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't have one of those in his car.
Privilege.
Oh, he wouldn't have blown alcohol.
Yeah.
You have to have a narco detector.
He just shouldn't drive. And he's rich enough where he doesn't have to drive.
I heard he doesn't want no one to know where he's going. And I'm sorry, he has a bad past.
Yeah, bad little
hoochie mama past. So we'll see. Hopefully he can redeem himself.
Yes, I agree. I'm trying to see.
But it was funny though when he's all, I was just talking to the president. I don't know if I would have did that.
You called Trump and been like, get me out of this, man.
I don't know. I imagined he was calling him saying, your grandchildren weren't in the car. Please don't. Please don't do something to me.
He needs help. He needs help. And lastly, I wanted to just mention the Ravens are back. We got Lamar is at off-season
Okay,
things.
good for the Ravens.
Yes.
Woo!
We're going to go to the draft. We had the whole Max Crosby saga. I was so sad it didn't work out because I was so excited to get Max Crosby, but we got Trey Hendrickson. And anything else? Anything you want to add that we've been missing?
No. I mean, I felt bad about Savannah Guthrie and her mom.
Oh, yeah. I know we didn't really want to report too much on it because we
No.
were still recording when it happened because, like, there was so much news
It's so sad.
and she's back already.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
They still, my mama, ooh.
But I heard them morning shows from Maureen Callahan and Megyn Kelly.
Mm.
They're liars. They all are cutthroat and want each other's job and want to stab them in the back.
That's so whack.
And then, too, because they were showing that Carson Daly and them, they're like, we have, Savannah's such a good friend, but we haven't heard from her and we haven't talked with her.
You would hear from your good friend.
But we do hold her up in prayer, and maybe she just needed to go back to work to not.
Maybe not think about it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that she was mad at God?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
I think she did do
I saw that.
an Easter post.
I think
I think that's natural,
lots
though.
of people get mad at God. It's just,
I mean, I understand. I was like, God, why are you letting this happen
you
to
wanted
me?
to know why, yeah.
But, we just want to keep her in prayer. And, yeah, so we're going to try and keep you guys updated. Dave, was there anything else you wanted to add, though, before
I don't think so.
I think we covered the bigger...
I'm with Trump even when he did that Truth Social post about they better get the bleeping on, bleep and get that straight open. I was like, man, I love him.
I think he does it sometimes just to tick people off.
Yeah.
And
And he knows how to negotiate.
then there's the podcast wars. I know, sorry. I was like wrapping up, but then I just wanted to say the podcast, like, where people are all cutting, like, conservatives.
All hating each other. It's Ben Shapiro,
Megyn Kelly.
Who's the
Mark
other guy?
Levin.
Mark Levin. And I just say, let's just all have a kumbaya and move on.
I feel like what you need to do, Glenn Beck said this to Pierce Morgan, is you can disagree with ideas, but don't, like, attack the person.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Just because you don't agree.
And I think that sometimes, like, when you're divided,
The only thing I
It's
can
bad.
think is they take it so personal because they're Jewish.
like,
And they really take you not wanting to support Israel because Israel is like a speck and they could be wiped off the face of the earth. And that's the only take why I think they take it so personal.
I can see that. I think both of them, they just need to knock it off. And we can't have this disunity because
That's
the
what happens
Democrats,
to us. Don't you see that?
Yeah, because the Democrats are all
No,
unified.
because they'll stick together over anything. They don't care.
Yeah, and we need to stick together too. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter if we disagree, and we can have our disagreements.
But
we-
maybe that's it. We don't force people to uphold what we uphold.
Oh, that's true.
It's like if you're on our side, you're with us.
Mm.
Or you're done. We don't do that.
No, we explore freedom of thought,
Mhm.
and there's a large spectrum of things that, like,
That-
even like war or no war,
Yeah.
or like just so many different things going on. And we're gonna try our best. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not gonna push myself, but like we're gonna just do more smaller segments for you all, depending on what's going on. I'll
Depending on how she feels.
keep you updated on my chemo. I'm not coming on your bald. I'm very sorry. I'm just not that strong of a person.
Sorry.
I'm not that strong of a person. So if I come back and I have a different hair, just know I can't do it. I see people are strong.
I'm
I
not that strong either.
I can't.
I've never seen myself bald. I don't know. And I look at people that are bald and I think they look great.
I do too.
I'm not like a judger of the bald.
No, I just can't.
Sorry. I'm not really though.
I know. I just can't imagine myself. But again, but I'm gonna try my best and take it slow. And if you guys want to get a hold of us, Jackie, tell us what they can do.
You can text us at 757-756-7487 or email us connect@KNOWBUDDIES757.com. And we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would. And just so you know, our website, we have all of our blogs if you ever missed a segment. And if you're missing us, you can go back and listen to the podcast. Or if you're new to us and you need to catch up, you can, because we're probably not going to be every single Thursday, every single week. But, we're going to do our best.
Yes.
We appreciate you. You can go thenobodies757.com. I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are the Nobodies.
757.
Want to be in the know?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Listen to us on all podcast platforms.
Follow us on all our socials.
Visit our website, thenobody757.com. I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are
The Nobodies 757.